Okay, it's Christmas morning, and I've just watched through the dance video and annotated the moves. The puzzle says that I'm to uncover a 16-letter phrase, and there are 32 moves in the video, so I presume that they're in groups of two. There's a lot of groups of 2 letters all over this thing. And so far, I haven't figured out what any of this stuff does. The biggest question is, it says start by completing the Polybius square key. How does one complete a Polybius square key? I don't know. So that's where I am now, 20 minutes in, and I'm getting to the good part. Okay, so I had to move locations. I figured out that the letters are in groups. So there's like a double letter here, and then this is L and A. I don't know how a Polybius square works, so this is all gibberish to me still, as much as I've been staring at it. I do presume that there are entries in grids, but I don't know how to read this. Like, do you read it left to right, top to bottom? Anyway, so yeah, whatever's in this key, I think 6, 10, and 13 are the same letter, and 14 and 7 are the same letter, just assuming it corresponds to this. But now I'm going to Google what a Polybius square is. Okay, it's been a few more minutes. I looked up what a Polybius square is. It's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sure enough, I counted from my list, and there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of moves: sugar push, tuck, turn, left side pass, right side pass, whip. And I was pleasantly surprised that those actually correspond to these, although I wasn't good enough to know by looking at this was a right side pass. I can see it. I just looked for like which of the combo letters on here were on the happy side of this square, because some of them I didn't have much to do with. And sure enough, the one that had like multiple uses, although I missed one, there's 4, was the E. So I just put the E's in, and I was like, oh yeah, let the games begin. So that makes sense. Off to the races. Okay, so I filled in all of the letters here according to this, which gives me plenty to think to solve it. My first guess I'm going with is that this is the word Arctic, because it's just a weird shape of word to see an I in second from last position with the same letter here and here. So I'm going to see if that tracks with the rest of the puzzle. Okay, so Arctic did appear to be correct. I went from Arctic, I got that this word began with T and ended with IR. So I figured that had to be there. That gave me H and E. And that was enough to determine that this was an IGHT word. And this, I think, yeah, I mostly went straight from E to bioluminescent. I had the T and some other things. And then, yeah, it kind of unfolded from there. There was a minor hiccup in that I assumed this was the word us when I saw the U. And then I was like, cast, what is cast? And then I was like, oh, it's a P, and this is up. So, yes, as Arctic caribou kept up their bullying, this whippy fawn with bioluminescent nose took flight. And that completes step 2. Okay, so I've had to figure out what this is. At first, I thought it was the same thing as this, except this is a Polybius square, and this is a Playfair cipher. They bear like a resemblance to each other, but of course, this doesn't have the pairs of 2 letters. So once I figured out what that was, I kind of fiddled around with it. This one was 1886's new blank something. And the idea was that to kind of get a hint for each subsequent one. And I got this far, and I still didn't know what this one was. So just kind of in my head thinking of like what it would take to solve all of these after how long it took to get this one close, and then to still not get anything out of it. I decided I was just going to gun it straight to the end one and try to solve that. So right off the bat, I was able to see that BH is AB, and I got ABCs on the end, and then FO. There were only so many consonants that could be here, so I liked Fox. I wrote that down. And then after that, huge lack of ideas. Stared at it for hours. Eventually, I digitized the whole thing into Excel. By which I mean ChatGPT, figured out how to write formulas so that I could like swap any character and it would like update the plain text. That was just a way for me to like quickly brute force a whole bunch of options I could tell that there was an EDDE pattern here, and so I was really hoping that was a word like follow, sorrow, follow, borrow, something like that. And yeah, so I filled around and swapped things, trying to get anything out of this. And I liked Fox initially because end is ABCs, and the category is sports and leisure. So I figured maybe this is about like Fox the network and ABC the network and what they put on their channels. Anyway, this was the first like set of plain text I got that was like readable. Foxtrot, follow, or for NATO ABCs. Anyway, I sent this into the Secret Santa email address, and they said this is it. So now I'm trying to figure out what 4 letters is implied by this, with the third letter being L. So it's blank, blank, L, blank. NATO ABCs makes me think of the NATO phonetic alphabet. So Foxtrot, follow. So in NATO phonetic alphabet, that's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, India. So India follows, no, EFG. Oh, golf. It's golf. Golf in the NATO phonetic alphabet. It's fun that I know the NATO phonetic alphabet, and I use it for all sorts of things in my day-to-day life. I wonder if the person who made the puzzle knew that I love the NATO phonetic alphabet. It's funny that I got as far as NATO ABCs really early and then still kind of thought nothing of it because I was like, what does NATO have to do with ABC Sports Network? Okay, well, I guess it's time to unlock the gift. I think I have it back here. All told, I've probably put 10 hours into this. Might be a lot, maybe more like 8. Is there a G? If there's no G, then I'm in real trouble, eh? Yep, no G. I guess I have to think then. Maybe it's something else. Hours have passed. I was at work. I don't think it's something else. I do think it's golf. I just forgot the the gift sequence. So over here, they said to open this after completing entire cipher. So I don't know if this is for everyone to see, so I'm gonna position my camera. Actually, maybe I'll turn it on me. And it is a little envelope. Let's see what we have. A tiny slip of paper. Oh. Well, this is quite interesting. Open after completing entire cipher. And it looks like it's more puzzle. +1, -14, +8, +13. I'm guessing that's a translation from golf, so I need to go 1 from G. Well, no, there's no G, so I can't go 1 away from it. And then the hint looks like it's written in like Bangladeshi font. Okay, the plot thickens. All right, so my first instinct for what to do with this was to just my first instinct was to count these as rotations on the padlock, and that wouldn't work because there's no G, so I can't go +1 from G if there's no G. My second instinct for what to do with this was to translate accordingly upon the alphabet. So I already had it written down here, so G +1 would be H. Second one was O. O -14 would be A. F +8. No, hold on. Let me make sure this is 8. or no, L plus 8. Sorry, I'm going in the wrong order. L plus 8 is T, and then F plus 13 is S. Should have this here. So that results in H A T S, hats. Okay, and let's see if hats is on the padlock. I believe it is. Can I get a vowel? Yes. It's not fun doing this with one hand. Just a second. Hats. All right, let's see if it opens. Yep. Well, who knows what that hint was, eh? Okay. So, this is an interesting way to wrap up a sheet. I just kind of pull. It's like a drawstring bag, except if one were to cut the drawstring. I think I'll set this down here. Okay. Put that off. Now I undo the actual knot. And then we get to see what the gift is. All right, the gift is lovingly wrapped. Oh, goodness. It's a wooden globe. This is so good. This is so good for me. And it lights up? Luminous globe. And it's made out of wood. Oh, this is cool as heck. Okay, well, I will simply have to get this assembled and then circle back.